So 10 years ago, Liberals said they'd bring affordable housing. Since then, they've doubled the rent, doubled mortgage costs, doubled the needed down payment, double housing trouble. And today, Mark Carney doubled down on exactly the same Liberal policies that gave us the worst housing inflation in all of the G7. Quick recap. When Justin Trudeau took office, it took $450,000 to buy the average home. Now that amount has gone up by well over 70%. And with higher interest rates brought on by overspending by the government, it's about double the mortgage payment that you have to make. Toronto and Vancouver are now the most expensive housing markets in all of North America and among the worst in the entire world. We have the fewest homes per capita of any country in the G7, even though we have by far the most land to build on. When I was housing minister, you could pay off a mortgage in less than 25 years. Now, in our biggest cities, it takes longer than that just to save up for a down payment. So today, Mark Carney announced new plans to spend tens of billions of dollars of your tax money. And of course, it won't build houses, it will build bureaucracy. He even brought back the failed housing minister, Sean Fraser, who gave us the worst housing costs in the history of the country, and who was also the immigration minister that overpopulated our country, leading to the housing shortage. Their record is to inflate demand for housing with out-of-control immigration and money printing, and to block supply by building up the local bureaucracies with federal tax dollars that prevent builders from building. Now, what's the solution? Well, first of all, after the lost Liberal decade of rising housing costs, it sure isn't to put the same Liberal ministers, Liberal MPs, Liberal strategists, and Liberal promises in power to do it all over again. We need a new Conservative government that will change things and a real plan to build the homes, not the bureaucracy. And so here's our plan. First, I'll axe the federal sales tax on new homes to save you up to $65,000 on a purchase price and up to $3,000 on annualized mortgage payments. Second, we're going to sell off 6,000 federal buildings, thousands of acres of federal land to build new homes. Third, we're going to incentivize municipalities to speed up permits, free up land, and cut development charges so that builders can build faster and you can get a home over your head. Fourth, we need boots, not suits. We're putting all of our educational resources into white-collar office job education when in fact we need the people who swing the hammers, that lay the foundations, that frame the sticks that make up homes. And so we're going to back 350,000 positions in trade schools and union halls to get Red Seal apprentice positions building homes. We'll bring back the $4,000 apprenticeship grant to build. And finally, we're going to unlock billions of dollars in new home building investment in the private sector by allowing anyone who reinvests their capital gains in Canada to pay zero tax. That's right, you'll pay zero tax on capital gains if you reinvest the money in building in Canada, including building homes here in Canada. Look, we don't need more government bureaucracy. Government is not the solution. Government is the problem. We have the builders, we have the land, we have the lumber. We have the incredible workers to do the job. The problem is that we have the second slowest permits in all of the OECD, and most of the cost of a new home today is government delays, taxes, fees, charges, and other bureaucratic burdens. By removing those burdens, we can reverse the disastrous decade that the Liberals gave us. Let's not go back. Let's not make the same mistakes all over again just because there's a leader who now has a different blue pair of socks rather than Justin Trudeau. They stand for exactly the same things. They'll get exactly the same results. You deserve a home. That's the Canadian promise. You work hard, you get a beautiful house on a safe street, protected by brave troops under a proud flag. That's why I'm in politics. Let's bring it home.